picked this topic based on the feedback from many of you at my previous webinar that you were interested in knowing more about new features at MDM and how you could empower your business users. Here is the agenda for today's webinar. We will begin with an overview, touch on the user interface components, talk about 10.4 features with the demo, and conclude with Q&A. Here's the list of intended audience for this webinar. You could be an MDM sponsor or business or technical user of MDM, or you could have just started your MDM journey, or you could be an experienced MDM user. You will certainly find this webinar helpful. Let's begin with an overview on why this topic is critical. This slide is nothing new, and it explains how master data evolves to master the context for business. This is how we see the MDM leaders are going. They are moving from single domain to connecting all 360s across various domains for a full business perspective. Mastering data is creating trusted core critical data, while mastering context is about getting the rounded view by linking all data with master data. So, linking data as it becomes available and then aligning that data with the trusted single view helps provide data's value to your business functions. This helps us gain the confidence of business users as they see value in MDM journey. Start with a single domain and expand to a multi-domain platform. As you progress, build the 360 for a single domain, graduating to 360 for multiple domains. This will help you arrive at Business 360, where you're able to master the context for business. For example, Informatica Customer 360 provides clean, consistent, and connected information about customers. Businesses use the master customer data to make better business decisions about customers, manage customer relationships, and get a single trusted view of a customer. The user interface displays an enterprise-level dashboard as well as 360-degree customer view that are customized for different business users. So with Customer 360, business users can streamline the customer onboarding and qualification process, centralize the data about customers in a master database, view the relationships between customers, parent companies, subsidiaries, and related organizations, design campaigns based on customer preferences and behavior, improve customer service, connect customer data to the product catalogs and view the buying patterns, view customer to product relationships. Similarly, the goal of any MDM UI must be to improve operational efficiency, improve visibility for organizations' data, improve the quality of data, increase productivity and insights, and reduce cost, reduce the risk, reduce manual intervention. Hence, we have invested in making MDM UI simple and result-oriented for all, thereby making business users more productive and data stewards more efficient. Now, let's look at the different components of UI. E360 is configurable web UI for business users to master and view data. Just wanted to call out that pre-configured 360 solutions are available for customers, supplier, finance domains if you choose to reduce your development time. At E360, we can have unlimited depth of descendant records, unlike the legacy subject area IDD for those that are used to it. E360 is where we can visualize the dashboards to understand the productivity of data stewards, visualize the 360-degree view of business entity, perform task management, import files, ad hoc matches, etc. And we will be looking into these features in the upcoming slides and demo. The next component, provisioning UI, is where we define new or leverage existing business entity models, tasks, and transformations. Here's where we design the UI for E360, integrate external components, read the schema information from ORS and everything. AWAS is used for BPM. We need to register the workflow engine in the MDM hub. We can use out-of-the-box workflows, and typically we configure the triggers and map the roles to the tasks from the provisioning tool. We use the AWAS console to check the status of the workflow. Based on the feedback from our customers, we invested a lot in our new features from 10.4 version of MDM. Let's dive into the details of these features. We saw in our previous slide that we have made the business users productive, and this slide explains how. Hierarchy and network enables business users to understand how their data is related. For any changes in hierarchy, approval workflows are available with side-by-side comparison of changes. Plus, task metrics are captured in the dashboard that helps business users understand their productivity. Users can also drill down into the charts if they want to look further into the data that is contributing to the chart. Now that we have seen the quick overview of features that make business users productive, let's look at how the UI can help with the efficiency of data stewards. Data stewards can perform find and replace on specific columns. Plus, they can also do bulk task managements by selecting all the tasks. Plus, file import and ad hoc match is also made possible at E360 UI. Now, let's look further into Hierarchy Manager and Network. Starting 10.4, Configuration UI is new and more intuitive, and it's faster and more user-friendly. Hence, it gives the ability to handle complex and multi-parent relationships in hierarchy view. Any changes in hierarchy can be configured to go through approval. And hierarchy changes provide side-by-side comparison of changes that are color-coded, which makes it easy to manage. Changes in hierarchy can be add, update, delete, or move. As for the network, it is fast to explore and configure based on user data. And we also provide the users with the ability to copy over legacy hierarchy manager relationship from older versions as hierarchy or network relationships at 10.4. So what's the difference between hierarchy and network? Hierarchy is more of parent-child relationships between master data entities, like organizational structure or product line hierarchies. While network is relationship like organization to person or person to household or person to account, etc. Network is a simple and visual way to analyze connected data to enable business users discover and extract full value from connected data. Configuration is done in provisioning tool. As you can see, business entities can have colorful icons. And you can see how the network view is at E360 UI. Hierarchy is also configured at provisioning tool at hierarchy designer, and the screenshot shows how hierarchy view is at E360. Hierarchy is a tree structure with a root node, and we are using HTML5 interface where the users could browse the nodes. And any changes to hierarchy can go through approval process, and changes are color-coded for better user experience. where red means that hierarchy was deleted or indented, while green means that it was added. Yellow indicates that there were changes, and blue is where the child is moved from one parent to another. We also provide the ability for legacy HM relationship from console to be imported in the 10.4 world as hierarchy or network relationships. Just a few clicks and the legacy configuration from Hub console would get imported. Now let's look into file import and match. Smart File Import and Match is Claire powered, and it offers intelligent file structure discovery. It enables the data steward to quickly load and process external data fast with minimal effort. It recognizes the structure of input file headers and data, and it provides automated mapping recommendation using quick data profiling to minimize manual mapping efforts. It also suggests mapping to business entities. Using ad hoc match, data steward can match business entity data before import. Data does not get imported into MDM until the user clicks on the import. As you can see, Job Monitor provides control, history, and actions for imported data through file import or ad hoc match or bulk updates. Now let's look into data stewardship at scale. Bulk Edit offers the ability to perform mass data updates. With this feature, users can just find specific value in the field and replace it with new value. Job Monitor page can be used to track the bulk updates. Bulk task assignment offers the ability to task admin to massively manage and assign tasks. It allows search on business entity attributes. Task managers and data stewards can act on multiple tasks in one click and assign the task as applicable and take the necessary action. They can also filter and search on tasks. The new grid layout and task preview makes it easier to analyze and act faster. Now let's move on to intelligent match rules and charts. Match configuration is a time-consuming and complex process for even advanced users. We must define the match key, define match columns, create match path components for children columns. We need to define match purpose for rules, combination of match columns for rules, etc. We have eliminated this complex process using the feature of intelligent match rule generation. With this, business user is able to configure match rules for business entity, and this is made possible by our Claire. This helps you automatically derive match rules based on data profiles. System will learn using ML capability and come up with match configuration based on your feedback. Thus, match configuration is created interactively without business users having to care about the underlying complexity. Now, let's move on to charts. Charts provide the big picture and actionable view on the performance of data stewards and aggregated view of data. For example, if you want to know how many records were loaded or allocated between source systems or business entities, or you want to look into the performance of data stewards, identify the bottlenecks or backlogs or prevent slowdown, you would find the charts very helpful. There are 9 out-of-the-box charts that are provided for your ease. Charts provide aggregated executive dashboard view, and you can always drill into the details if you like. You can customize the charts using the powerful HiCharts engine and pick the color you like or the kind of chart that you want, as you can see in the screenshot. You can use the predefined reports or build new ones. You can configure drill down at provisioning UI and create navigation links to task manager, search, and queries. With that, I would like to show a demo of the E360 UI. I'm now logging into the portal, and here I want to select the application Customer 360. So when I click on the application, you notice that I land in this UI, in this layout designer, which is very rich, and it gives me a quick insight into what are all the assigned tasks I have and what are all my available tasks, and it gives me pretty much the details that I need to know. If I were a data steward, I would like to know what are all the different tasks that have been assigned and what are all the overdue tasks. So I am able to drill down into this layout, and again, all this layout is pretty much configurable through the provisioning UI. For those that are familiar with it, if not, please go ahead and log into your provisioning UI URL and then have a look at what all it has to offer, so you're able to configure the UI the way it would suit your business day, right? So here I'm able to drill down into the assigned task. For example, I click here, then it takes me into the task manager. So again, in this task manager, there are a few options which are new from our version 10.4. Like say, for example, if I have like 100 tasks here, I can click on this and select all tasks together. And then once this select all option is enabled, is checked, then it gives me different drop downs here where I'm able to pick all those overdue tasks, and then I'm able to reassign it to someone else in the team so that they are able to close all those tasks. So many of our customers find this bulk task assignment option very helpful. Just wanted to call that out here. And also there are a few options here where you're able to pick the filter, and in this filter you can always go based on what are all the tasks that were created today. And of course, if you apply the filter, you're just going to see 0 here because nothing was assigned to me today, but I'm sure you get the point across that. So all these options are available to you so that you are able to perform, you're able to be more productive in your day when it comes to managing your task. And the next one I wanted us to talk through was the Elasticsearch option, which is more like, it's like Google like search, where let's say I'm trying to search on a particular person by name John. So I click that value there, and then you see a bunch of Johns that are thrown back at me as part of my Elasticsearch results. And you will notice that it comes with a bunch of filters if you want to narrow down your Elasticsearch results. So you can go ahead and then apply the filter as you see fit. And also you will notice that, okay, instead of person, let's say we go with organization, and let me go ahead and take this organization, and I say search. You will notice that the filter changed according to what I have picked in this organization here. So this is something I wanted to call out with regard to Elasticsearch. And in addition to Elasticsearch, you also have your query-based search, which is nothing new. And in this query-based search, let's say I want to pick on organizations, and let me go ahead and look up, let's say I want to look through all the organizations that start in letter B. So I do see some organizations here, and let's say I want to go ahead and talk through a little bit about this find and replace option, which is again new from our 10.4 version. So you click on find and replace here, and here it tells me, it gives me the option to go based on a particular column. So I'm going to go based on prefix number, and let me say prefix number, I want to see wherever the prefix number is 1. There are no records that match that, so I want to go with null. It is just empty. So I do see that there were 3 matching rows, and all the 3 matching rows are shown here because those are all the records, pretty much the ones that we all selected with the starting letter as B. They are all having prefix number as null, and I can always say replace all of them with a 1, and then you say replace all, and then it gives you the warning where in case you want to replace, you can go ahead and replace. So this is the bulk find and replace option. So far we have talked about the Elasticsearch, the query based search, and then you have seen the bulk task assignment options, and then now this is the bulk find and replace option. The next one that I think we could go through is probably the file import. So here you see, I just want us to take a minute and look through all these available options here. I think we already covered the task manager. So we will go through the file import option. So here you browse through the file that you want to import. Let's go ahead and click on this one. So you see that it has pretty much given you the option, yes, my file has header, so I'm going to leave that box checked, and then I'm going to say next. And when I go ahead and say next, you see that based on our Claire engine, it already is suggesting that the business entity should be person, and I am fine with that option because that is the correct thing to pick. So I'm going to go ahead and accept the suggestion. And once you have accepted the suggestion, you will see if you expand, if you click on the business entity and expand, it is going to show me what all it mapped the actual target field to the Excel sheet field. So here I see that first name is mapped to first name. Of course, I want to call out that you will notice the mapping is based on the data and not really the column header, because obviously the column header names are very different when compared to what the actual target field name is. So I am going to go ahead, and here you can always, if you have a lot of columns, you can always say show only the auto mapped, and you will see only the auto mapped ones that are being picked, and you can always use the find option to find and go where you like. And of course, all the unmapped ones you can go separately and then map them the way you want. You can always drag drop. And so what, based on your business needs, you just go ahead and map it and then click on next. And then it is going to tell you, okay, which source system you want these to be imported as. You can say admin or pick whichever one you want or as applicable to your project, and then the data gets imported. So this is the new file import option where you're importing the data. Now let's talk through a little bit about the ad hoc match, which is again from 10.4. We will just run through how this ad hoc match works. So now similar to the file import, so I'm just going ahead and then clicking on the browse, and then I'm picking the file that is needed for this ad hoc match. I'll go ahead and pick the person CSV. So this is comma separated, and the file should have column header, so I'm going to pick that. So that worked correctly. So I ensured the column header was picked, and pretty much other than that, I'm able to look through the data here, which is neat. And then I'm going to say next. So here again, I am looking through the data. Yes, it appears pretty much like a person entity, and Claire Engine already suggested that it should be the person business entity, and I'm going ahead and accepting it. Similarly, if you click on this, it expands to whatever was mapped, and so you can always show here which is auto mapped, and for all the unmapped ones you can drag drop and map it as needed, and then you click on next, and then it lets you pick whichever match rule set you want it to go through. So you pick that and then you say match. So once you click on that, in the interest of time, I'm just going to go ahead and show you the match jobs that I already ran. So here you will see that I already tried a few match jobs, and here it gives an option where it lets you view the results. So when you try to view the results here, I want to draw your attention towards this, where you are able to see a bunch of download and import options. So basically you want to, once you get to this point, it is important to note that the data is actually not imported into the MDM database. So it will not happen until you click on the import. So it gives you a chance to look through the data, and then only if you are happy with the results, you are going to import into the database. I just wanted to call that out. So that completes the ad hoc match. The next one that probably we need to talk a little bit more about, let's go ahead and look through. Let's say, for example, you have this particular Elasticsearch, and then I want to show the dashboard for this organization. So here, let's go ahead and double click that. You will notice this rich panel with all the data and details I need to know about Walt Disney is available to me at this dashboard. So at one click, I'm able to see, okay, well, who are all the employees, how many employees they have, the address, the executives, the classification, so whatever else I need to, and the hierarchy. This is clearly the parent, and then there are a bunch of children associated with this. So I'm able to see all those details. And based on what I see here, let's say I want to go ahead and make some edits to the data. That's when I click on the business entity tab. So here when I click, if I want to make a change to classification or be it anything, then I just use the pill and click on the pill to go to the panel. Just from from a user's perspective, it's much easier on me than if I have to scroll down. And let's say I want to go ahead and edit the data here. I go in, and then let me say I want to add a record for the address. So here I am just going to go ahead and enter an address. Okay, and then if you notice, I have not filled the zip code, and neither have I filled latitude, longitude. I have not filled any of those here. Those are all pretty much empty. However, underneath, behind the scenes, this is integrated with the address doctor. So when I say apply, you will notice that it is validating the address data by calling the address doctor, and you will see the latitude, longitude, you will see all the information from the address doctor getting filled here. Just wanted to call that out here, and of course I'm going to go ahead and cancel this because I do not want to make the change. My goal was to show you the integration with address doctor. I cancel this discard. Okay, and here you can see, and any of these tabs you must be very familiar. So you have the matching records, and you also have the XREF, the cross-reference records, which shows the source systems that contributed to forming the master data. So you will see all that information in this tab. And of course, if you click on the history, you will get to know who updated when. And then we land at the hierarchy and network. Now, hierarchy, as you're aware, is more of an organized relationship like parent-child relationship, whereas network is kind of unstructured relationship. For example, here in the hierarchy, you will see that Walt Disney is the parent, and then Walt Disney from parent is linked to all these children that you see right here. And anytime you want to go ahead, and so you will see further parent to child hierarchy that is established here, and anytime you want to go ahead and edit or add, all you need to do is click on this plus button where it takes you into adding new relationship to the selected entity, and you just click on it, and then you look for the organization that you want to add, and then it will give you the option to add. Similarly, you can go ahead, delete it, and you can always open that again. So pretty much it's self-explanatory. If you just browse through these options, you should be able to figure out. And then now you have the network. And in the network, you will notice that network is nothing but more of unstructured relationship across various entities, right? So you will notice that Walt Disney is related to John, and John is actually, he holds a bunch of addresses. So you will see every relationship with this Walt Disney organization is displayed for me here at this network relationship. And anytime I want to add more, all I have to do is click on this plus button, and it is going to let me add here as I see fit based on the data that I see here. So, and you are seeing this network displayed here at this UI because it has been configured this way at the provisioning tool. So you may want to think of the provisioning tool as more for configuration of the relationships, whereas the customer 360 or the entity 360 UI is more for visualizing your relationship. Having said that, let's go ahead and log into the provisioning tool. And here, this is the ORS, and it would be the TCR hub, which is my customer 360 model. So I'm going ahead and picking that. Once that is picked, I want to go into the modeling. And under modeling is where you will see hierarchies and network. So let's go ahead and click on the hierarchy. And for example, let's pick the location hierarchy. And once I pick the hierarchy, you can go ahead and edit the hierarchy, and you will see a canvas like this. And in this canvas, like I mentioned, you click on the plus symbol, it will go ahead and let you add another business entity here. So you can select this business entity and it will let you pick whichever business entity is available. However, be aware that if you pick any relationship, your underlying model must absolutely support it. Otherwise, it's going to throw errors at you, right? So here, these are all my available options. So I'm going to go ahead and say this location is tied to a particular address, and you can go ahead and apply the address as the business entity for this. And always remember, you can click on that recursive relationship, meaning your one address is tied to another address. And here again, you can click on this relationship. When you click on this arrow, this is where you will see the base object that you need to pick. And of course, you can always create this as a template relationship and then drive all the underlying relationship through a relationship table. So that is absolutely possible. I am going to go, so pretty much, you can keep going at this, and then you can keep going and creating further hierarchies as you see fit for your project. So I'm going to go ahead and discard these changes. Yes, I'm okay with discarding this. All right, this was regarding the hierarchies, and you can, when you click on creating the hierarchies, you will notice that it gives you two options. You can either create a new hierarchy, or you can also copy it from the HM. HM is nothing but the hierarchy manager for those that are having relationships from your older version. You can of course copy it over. If you click on that, you will see your HM hierarchy manager relationships here. You do not see it in mine because mine is a new instance, but for those that have those hierarchies from older version, you can totally copy them over. And if you want to create a new hierarchy, you just click on create new hierarchy and then proceed. Okay, and similarly, when you, yes, there are unsaved changes, that's okay. Similarly for the network. So when you see that under the network, you already have all these options, because mine is a customer 360 model, which already is pre-built and out of the box, and you will notice all of this is already available to me. So here, if I want to go ahead and let's say I want to show this particular network, I went ahead, I clicked on it, and then I'm going to say edit network. And you will see this network designer that popped up. So basically, this particular network is available to me, and if this is available to me only because this is a customer 360 out of the box model, which is already available. And of course, if I have the entity 360 and if I do not have the license for customer 360, I would have to develop this. Just wanted to be clear on that so that you are aware. So here you have this network, and in this network, if you want to go ahead and add more entities, I can click there in the plus, and then you will see that entities are getting added, and in that entity I can go ahead and then pick the business entity that goes with agreement, and these are all the ones based on the data model. I can pick whichever one will be applicable to me. So I went ahead and picked that, and again similarly you click on the relationship, and then you will notice that this relationship can be edited and the properties can be given as need be for my project. And here the one thing that I wanted to call out is the direction. The direction can be entity 1 to 2 or 2 to 1, or it could also be bi-directional. So pretty much this is how you can actually start with a totally clean canvas and then start building the network as you see fit for your business needs. I really hope you found this demo helpful, and it helps you make the day a little bit easier for you to go ahead and make changes to your data. If you need further details on AWAS or business entity services, please do watch the other webinar links I've given here. You will also find more webinars related to specific MDM products or features at our success portal. I know we have covered a lot of information in this webinar, and in this demo, we covered the dashboard, bulk task management, 360-degree view of business entity, bulk task updates, file imports, ad hoc match, hierarchies, and network. In conclusion, expose the master data to business consumers, make business users productive, and data stewards efficient by making use of the available features at 10.4. Enable business owners to make the right decisions at the right time for the respective domains. Demonstrate tangible business value to monetize 360 solutions before, during, and after the implementation. Have a successful MDM journey. Please do email me if you have any questions, or reach out to your respective account manager or customer success manager if you need any help with your MDM journey. With that, we are now open for Q&A.
Hello everyone, please post your questions in the Q&A box and we'll try and answer them.
And I would like to invite Dennis Toparo, our director from the product management team, and also Rono Gopal, the senior product manager from our team. We do see that there are a bunch of questions, and we would start answering them. Over to you, Dennis.
Thanks. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, Dennis.
Okay, there is some questions are coming. Let me start with first one. Where is the intelligent match is done? Is it done in provisioning tool? And the answer is yes. It's available for customers in provisioning tool. Okay. Next question. The next question is, where can I enable find and replace functionality? So find and replace functionality should be available out of the box. However, you might want to assign permissions to specific users and roles to enable and disable certain users from this functionality, and this will be achieved through the security manager in the MDM console. Next question, is there an option of applying data check or cleanse function for the new file import? Yes, so basically anything that you have in business entity configuration, like transformation from business entity to business entity, or transformation from business entity view to business entity, at this point you can apply these transformations in MDM configuration, and file import will transparently pick this transformation if it has this definition between entity or entity and entity view. Okay. see. A little bit hard to understand some questions. Give me some time here, please.
Hey, Rono, sorry to interrupt. We have few new questions in the Q&A box.
Okay. Okay, I will take the one with Manushi. I'd like to know if we have multiple applications in an ORS, can we see application-specific tasks? Yes. What you could do is you could create each application based on an ORS, and then you log into the application, and then you would see the task specific to that application. There's one more question. Does address doctor integration in E360 function service call to address doctor and is included in? It is not. Address doctor license is different, right? You would need a license for address doctor with MDM, so it's an additional license.
Thank you, Rono.
Okay.
Thanks, Ronan.
There was one more question in the beginning. I don't know whether everyone can see. It's all about data manager, hierarchies, and hub console. Right? The data manager, merge manager, and hierarchy. So that's part of hub console. Question is, do we have plans to remove it? Dennis has already responded. Yes, that's there in the roadmap. We would be removing in near future.
Thank you, Dennis. Let's wait for some more time. Please post your questions in the Q&A box and we'll try and answer them. Also, you'll find the recording in the Informatica Support YouTube channel and the Success portal. The link for this recording will also be sent to you. I think we have one new question from Manashi again. Rono or Dennis?
Yes.
Can we please answer that?
I can take that. In case of ad hoc match, the imported data will be stored in EM tables. That is external match table, right? Not in the actual database. So the answer is yes. In a way, because ad hoc match. Okay, so there's a spreadsheet. Ad hoc match is based on spreadsheet, right? So you would upload a spreadsheet and then you have an option to download that CSV file or Excel, whatever it is, with the actual match. Yes, and it uses the EM table.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add on top of this. So if you think about the use case, the external match use case or ad hoc match, the idea is that you have an external file and you would like to compare external file to your existing MDM data. Then you get the results of correlation between the external file and your MDM data. So you see like how many records are already in MDM, how many records are new. And then you have an option to make a decision what you would like to do next. Would you like to import new records, or if you would like to just get the report of how many records matched against how many records didn't match. So by nature, it's not bringing the data into the MDM as the golden record. Yeah, it loads as on like a sidecar tables, and it makes you. It makes you make these decisions based on the data and data matching.
Thank you, Dennis and Rana.
Okay, I see the next one coming. What is the difference between an intelligent match and regular hop matching? Okay, so they are different concepts. So regular hop matching doesn't change. It's running on top of the SSA name 3, I would say industry-leading matching engine, right? So we have match rules. This match rules executed. Records and MDM get certain match candidates organized in the clusters and represent your golden record, right? Intelligent match is basically creating this match rules based on your data samples. So to initiate any kind of matching, you have to have initial set of the match rules, right? And the process of creating this match rules, it's very time consuming. So you have to analyze your records, you have to analyze the conditions between them. You need to understand what is the business case for certain records to become a match or not match. So intelligent match is actually solving this problem. You give a sample of the data to MDM. You go through the certain iterations, not more than 3 rounds of 10 records, where you basically telling the system, hey, this is records are match, this is records are not match, and then intelligent match gives you a match rules as an output, and then you can leverage this match rules in your regular MDM matching process.
All right. Good questions from different directions. Thank you all so much. I know we covered a lot of topic at this webinar, and please do take a look at the recording, and then in case any other question pops up, do not hesitate to email me. You have my email in the deck, so please go ahead and email me on any other questions you may have, or if any other questions pop up regarding your use case and how you could put your use case into a successful journey using Informatica products, please do not have any hesitation to email me. It could be any question. No question is too silly or too hard. Please do go ahead and email me. And definitely your feedback is very important to us, so please do take a minute to fill out the survey that pops up at your end. And thank you all for taking the time to attend this webinar. Stay safe and good day. Anything else?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jyoti, and thank you, Rono and Dennis, for chipping in during the Q&A portion. Thank you. Thanks everyone for joining in. Let's see on our next Tuesdays. Bye.
Thanks everyone.